Krista. Hi, Nancy. Well, folks, it is, my clock says it's 7 o'clock. And we have a very short agenda this evening. So we will call to order the May 4th regular meeting of the Adrian City Planning Commission. Jeremiah, would you take roll call for us, please?
Yep. Kobitz.
Here.
Love.
Here.
Weatherby.
Here.
Johnson.
Here.
Taylor.
Here.
Cotton.
Here.
And Gauss.
Gordon.
I can see Gordon.
Ah.
All
Gordon, wake up.
Are here.
Okay, next item on our agenda is consideration of the April meeting minutes. Before we get to that, as all of you are aware, I'm sure it's been my practice for like the last 20 years to have a roll call vote for all motions and issues of any substance or consequence that come before us. But usually for matters of like minutes or setting a date for a meeting, things like that. I've used a simple voice vote. I've always thought that this permits us to move through the agenda more efficiently, without any loss of accuracy or the opportunity for input. And on any occasion where the outcome of the voice vote was in question, we've always reverted to a roll call vote. It's recently been brought to my attention that our bylaws specify that all votes be by a roll call. So while I do believe that my past practice has been in keeping with the spirit of both fairness and openness in the future, all motions will be decided by a roll call vote, at least until such time as I present to you a amendment to our bylaws that would permit us to do otherwise. With that said, folks, I presume you've had an opportunity to review the April minutes. Are there any additions or corrections to the April minutes?
I have a couple. Taylor?
And who was that?
I have a couple.
Oh.
Taylor?
Don? Yes, please, go ahead.
On page 1, approval of last month's minutes or the March 2nd minutes. There's no need in the second sentence for the word minutes after regular meeting because we already moved that the minutes of the March 2nd regular meeting be approved.
Okay.
Also, at the bottom of the page, Commissioner Gauss's first name is spelled wrong.
Okay.
It sounds like Gordon, but it's Gordon, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
And then on the second page, first paragraph, where it says general discussion, Chairman Jacobitz went through the finding of fact, did not, rather than when.
Got it.
And
Okay.
the only reason I'm doing this is there wasn't a lot to read, so I had to go through these a couple of times.
And it's ironic that the one you caught is in a sentence that says Commissioner Goss caught a typo in the applicant's
Right.
request. Okay. Folks, are there any other additions or corrections to the April minutes? Hearing none, we would entertain a motion for their approval.
Move to approve.
Commissioner Cotton, in a second. Support from
Johnson.
Johnson. Thank you. A roll call vote, please, Jeremiah.
Love.
Yes.
Weatherby.
Support.
Johnson.
Support.
Kobitz. Mike.
Yes.
Cotton.
Yes.
Gauss.
Yes.
And Taylor.
Yes.
Minutes are
Okay.
approved.
Motion carries. We have no other action items on our agenda. Do we know when Giffords Webster may be getting back to us to reschedule?
The discussion that I had with them was that they wanted to present a draft at the June meeting. I'm not super confident that will happen, but that's their intent.
Oh, that's kind of
So
distressing.
I think that they'll get it together. I just have to be on them constantly. So
Okay.
we'll
We
get it
do
moved.
have some content we can review regardless of whether they want to have a full draft for the June meeting, but regardless, we will have some content to review at the June meeting.
Okay, okay. Is there anyone in the audience that wishes to address the planning commission? Is there any other business to come before us this evening? Mayor Angie, you got here just in time for adjournment.
I knew it was gonna be hardly anything. I saw the agenda, but I still
Okay.
had to come support.
Thank you, glad you do. If there's no comments or no other business to come before us this evening, we are adjourned. Thank you all very much. I would mention next meeting is Tuesday, June 1st on its regularly scheduled date. I would remind you that our July meeting is on July 13th, the second Tuesday of the month. So
Nancy,
Mark-
did you have a question or are you just waving goodbye? Okay,
okay.
thank
Very
you.
well.
Night,
Thank you
everybody.
all. See you
Good night.
later.
May the fourth be with you.
And also
It is
with you.
today, isn't it, Bob? Yes.